Now let's dive into a Ford and GM application, because those are the two common questions that we get. How can I retrofit this into my Chevelle or my Mustang or other platforms, even some custom platforms? Will this new clearanced case end loading design fit my 67 through 73 Mustang and Cougar? Yes, it can. There are no tunnel mods required, no moving of the floor support. So this is going to be a direct bolt-in. Now for those guys that are running big blocks, one of the things that we used to have to do with the TKO was put a low profile top cover. Those days are gone. And what's nice about this unit is that it'll bolt right in, maintain the drive angle in place of your original 4-speed or automatic. So now we don't have to do any top cover modifications. It bolts right in. For those with the shaker hood cars, obviously that's retained. That's a wonderful feature and benefit of the new TKX transmission. For those that are running 74 through 78 Mustang 2s, the T5 still seems to be the ringer in that application due to its small size and shifter location. So the TKX, while it could be made to work for that, we haven't gone through that as of yet, but it looks very promising. 79 through 1993 Fox body guys. I being one of those guys, I got a couple of them in our stable here. And the TKX is a wonderful upgrade for the T5 transmission that may be worn out or just being pushed beyond its limits. The TKX transmission, much like the 3550 of the 90s, and obviously TKO 500, 600 of the early 2000s, again, it can be a direct bolt-in with a change of bell housing. Shifter comes out through the stock location. Cross member changes in order. Obviously you're going to upgrade the clutch and drive shaft for that application, but all the hookups are the same. The reverse switch is there for you. The neutral safety switch for cruise control shut off is on the transmission. So it's about as plug and play as we can make it for that application. SN95 guys, your 94 to 04 Mustang, okay? We're going to do a more detailed video on this in the coming weeks. Go into the replacement of the T5 or for the 96 to 04 guys with the T45 and the 3650. Again, the TKX makes a wonderful upgrade because those are high revving engines, high shifting capabilities of the TKX with the benefit or added strength of this transmission is a perfect replacement for that application. So besides the Mustang platform that we just spoke about, the TKX can be used for other applications. F-Series truck, Cobra, Galaxy, Fairlane, Torino, just to name a few. So we're getting these questions in the shop, and so let's talk a little bit about how we get there. So on a F-Series truck, F-Series trucks typically need the shifter more to the front of the transmission. So TREMEC again made a mid position with this transmission. So with the offset shifters and the mid shift kit that we offer, that will make you or put the shift lever where the stock shifter used to be on your existing transmission. Now for Sunbeam Tiger, we are putting the shifter again in the stock location. Tiger is very challenging. We had to actually make a side shifting transmission for that, and we'll get into more of that in just a moment. If you have a custom application, again, the features of the transmission allow us to move the shifter from the back more to the front socket because it's a dual socket transmission, and of course that mid shift. And with the offset shifters that we offer, we can have a lot of versatility in customization. Now let's talk a little bit about GM application because we've talked heavily about the Ford. The GM application benefits very, very strongly from the TKX transmission. Now you guys with the A bodies, you guys have been dying to get this transmission. It has that top cover that will actually fit the tunnel without modifying the floor. So for the A body guys, let's say 64 through 67 Chevelle, the transmission bolts in and clears the tunnel, and then we'll be offering the shifter to the left-hand side in the front socket to again address the original OEM shift position. 67 through 72 Chevelle guys in GTO and the Oldsmobile, not to be excluded, and the Buicks as well, is that these transmissions again will bolt in. We flip the shifter to the more forward socket. using your existing 4-speed bell housing. And of course, if you have an M21 or M22 4-speed, your 26 spline clutch will slide right in. The pilot tip size is the same, bearing retainer diameter and registrations again the same, bolt pattern again the same. Now, what is different? The mounting location for the cross member has to be moved back. Because of the additional gear and length of the transmission, we need to move the cross member back to match the mounting location on the center point, but simply on an A body, you can re-index and move that cross member back. Drive shaft has to be shortened, and the 31 spline on the output shaft has to be modified. This transmission is approximately 24 inches from the front case to the tail. Shift position for other applications, let's say in a GM application, Novas, Camaros. Well, we have the shifters for that. We make the shifters so that they're offset again to match the original 4-speed location. Now, you guys with the Tri-5s, we've been getting your questions, and also the Impala. Recently, we just did a 61 Impala, and it was a perfect type fit in the car. It put the shifter in the right location, there was no tunnel modifications, and it just went together like it was there the entire time. Now, you guys with the C10 trucks, same thing as the F-Series. We can move the shifter to the more forward location, use an existing 4-speed bell. If you don't have one, Modern Driveline has reproductions of the aluminum 621 bell and a full line of QuickTime bell housings that will provide additional level of safety and stability. Now, if there's a GM application that I didn't speak to, or you have something that's custom that maybe, let's say, LS based, because you now have this high revving engine and now you can match it to a high revving and shifting transmission, give us a call. We'll address that for you and build you a custom package that meets your GM engine-based program. I don't care if you're putting it into a BMW or perhaps even a Datsun. All we are concerned with is how do we make this transmission with that motor work for your project.